So hello, good evening for a very special, for me at least very special unboxing. It's about Insurgentes from Steven Wilson, and here I have laying down my versions of that album. I have a Japanese version, a CD and DVD version, the album case scope from 2009. I have the nice DVD and the remixes on CD. That's what I have, but as I told you in the last video, I went to the record fair in Utrecht and there I bought from the label owner the special edition from Insurgentes on 4x10 and I wanted to show you to you. I don't know, I was a little bit in doubt whether to open it because I think it's still sealed, but I want to show you it, so I want to open it up. Let's see what's inside. Of course, the box set, but I hope maybe some more. Let's see. So here it is. As you can see, a still sealed copy of Insurgentes. What I have here is a... Oh, it's nice. It's a Tonefloat 100 festival. I keep on repeating myself, but as you well know, I'm collecting the first 100 releases from Tonefloat. This is a uitnodiging, a visitation for that concert, and it was 27th of February 2011. But let's go to the album, to the very nice album and media book. Let's get my knife. I watched some videos on YouTube and I didn't see much unboxing of this one. This is a... So let's be very careful, because this is the most expensive item I ever bought on vinyl. So let's do it very carefully. I hope you understand. So this is, I think, the first book from Steven Wilson. The other releases he made, To the Bone, Grace for Drowning, every other book he made I own. This is one I didn't own. You see here embossed, I think, in the Insurgentes. Oh, it's nice. You can see it like this on the camera. So I want to show the vinyl and the book in whole, and let's see if I can talk some sense about this album. I just listened to it on Tidal, and it's not my favorite one, but when you listen carefully, it's still a very good album. The first I want to show you, hopefully the vinyls. They're here in the book, so that's not coming out that easy. Let's see if I can manage to do it very carefully. It's not going very well, I see. So this is one vinyl. It's not going very well, but let's see. So this is final one with the label of the dolls. And the first A-side is Harmony Korine. There's also a single version of Harmony Korine. and Abandoner. And the third, the B-side, is Salvaging. It's very nice. When you see my other videos, I talk about Derek Cerise and Sam Snowman, and they're all playing on this album. Even Theo Travis is playing on this album. So this is nice about the label. They look for each other and they help each other to make albums. I see some little damaging already, but I think it's still fine. Not at all. The second vinyl with Veneno para las Hadas, and if I'm correct, this is a title from a horror movie. Insurgentes comes from a long road in New Mexico City. It was called that way. And the D side is No Twilight Within the Courts of the Sun, and I think for me that's the best song on this album. The Grace for Drowning tour I saw 3-4 times, and they started with that song. Marco Miniman started with drums and then Nick Baggs with his bass, and I think it's fantastic. That's the first two vinyls, and I'll go to the back side for the other two vinyls. So 4 times 10 inch. Here I get the white in the sleeve out, not at all. It's also very nice to see the video, the DVD I just shown you in the beginning of this video. It's very nice to see. And this is the E and the F side, Significant Other, Only Child, Twilight Coda on one side, and then Get All You Deserve and Insurgentes on the other side. And normally that's the album you get on CD. Depends on what version you have. And then the last, I'll lay it here. The last vinyl. There are only 1,000 copies of this one, and from the CD version, there's also a media booklet CD version, Blu-ray, I think, and CD are 3,000 copies. And the strange thing is that the DVD version, CD version, is more expensive than this one. And from the CD version there are 3,000 copies made of. So I think these songs are maybe better than the normal album. Port Rubicon, Puncture Wound, Collecting Space and Insurgentes Mexico. The 3 bonus numbers are very nice. On the Japanese version and on the single Harmonic Orion is another. The 17/8. That's a song that's only on the Japanese version of mine. It's a hidden track, and it's also on the single. So let's see the bookwork, because that's of course very nice. So I went to Rekfest, as told, and I bought this one from the label owner, Charles Bertrams. I bought this one. Here you see the songs on the album, and again some artwork. Maybe the artwork is the best from him. I don't the pictures and so on. Grace for Drowning I like also, but I think it's maybe even better. The album is recorded in Mexico and Israel and other places in the world. So very nice. Let's flip them over. Time to assess now. The nails have been driven. This is a picture that reminds me of No Man, Schoolyard Ghost. Here's some, I don't know, there's a place in Mexico where they hang all the dolls, and this is a nice picture of that. This is Adam Holtzman. I think the parents and Stephen Wilson. His father died a few years after this picture, I think. Maybe that's a sign to the road. Adam Osman on the piano, Steinway. Also on this album are, of course, Kevin Harrison on drums, and that's for me the best. Very nice to listen to the drums. Also Jordan Rudess on keyboards from Dream Theater. Some female voice, I don't know exactly how she calls, Simmons, I believe. Here the length of each track. Of course, well known the front of the album CD. I think this is a part of where he plays with some guys from Mexico as Bass Communion. I think it's with Big, and there's a live album also from, I don't have it, but maybe one day on the Insurgentes DVD there's also 30 minutes of live music from Bass Communion. Some very nice light into the kind of cross. And also John Wesley is not present as a musician, but as a guitar producer. He's also here on this album. Church. Stephen, piano. Stephen played a lot of instruments, of course. So this is the first time I see these pictures, and that's very nice about this booklet. Some kind of Bass Communion photograph. Very nice. Very nice pictures. It seems easy, but when you make them yourself, get all that you deserve in this world. This is maybe well known if you know the DVD of the video, an iPod who was damaged. Stephen makes a lot of work of that. The sound of the music is very good, and he thought, and maybe he still thinks, that MP3 is killing the music. It's all compromised music, and that's not good. Honestly, when I listen to Tidal on my music installation, it can sound very well, but still, I think collecting this kind of stuff is very nice. Here you have all the things that Steven Wilson does. A lot of instruments he's playing. Let's try to show it to you. Picture at a bar, maybe. Dreams. Enter planes, scatters remains. Some small pictures. This look a little bit like the blue from catalog Preserve a Mess. This is a photograph. It's still also used, I think, in Harmonic Rhine, the single, when he enters the street here. Like this one. Don't know who this is. I'll let Susanna, maybe this is, I don't know for sure. Another Bass Communion photograph. Like this one, very nice. I think it's made to catch noise from the airplanes in the Second World War. And it's on an island, it's very nice to see. And they catch the sound here, and then you can hear if a plane is coming. That was the intention, and then it's not anymore necessary, of course, because they have radar. Photographer, Lesser Hoyle or Carl Glover, I don't know for sure. Train track. Spooky. Reminds me a little bit of Auschwitz. Sorry. Train track, lost train track. Safeguard old shards, keeping sakes in time. It's difficult for me to read. Here also base communion with pig. Here also with the MP3 players. I read that he has 10 ways to demolish them. This is from the Insurgentes remix album, I think. Pictures used for it. Here you see the road from the video. Some spooky music and some spooky pictures here. A little bit unsharp photographs. Very, a little bit bird mask, what he uses in the Grace for drowning, a little bit. Very nice colors. So here where's MP3 players, here's some information about the Steinway piano at the St. Bartholomew's Church in Brighton. John Wesley additional guitar recording. Michiko Yagi recorded by final edition Tonefloat. Aquarium somewhere. Very nice.